Hello, you might notice a slight improvement in the sound quality, and that is because I went out and picked up a mic the other day, and yeah. So today I would like to talk about, well, you can read, I said it in the title. So there has been a lot of debate within the fandom as to what exactly Susie is. And most people say she's like a dinosaur or some kind of lizard. Well, I'm here to tell you that she's a hyena. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Blue, you're a genius. And some of you are probably thinking, Blue, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And you know what? It's fair to think either of those things, because why on earth would I say that she's a hyena? Well, for one thing, she has a mane. I know a lot of animals have manes, and I also know that when made anthropomorphic, animals' biology can change a little bit. But I think it's fair to assume that something that has a mane is going to be a mammal. For instance, like, yeah, I know it kind of falls apart a little bit, because we see Alphys, who's a lizard. She doesn't have hair, because lizards don't have hair. But Undyne, who's a fish, does have hair. Although it's because she's based off of a mythical creature, I think. But anyway, so yeah, it does kind of break down a little bit. But I think the fact that her axe is called a main axe is a detail that wasn't just thrown in there for no reason. I know there are details that were thrown in there for no reason, because that's just kind of part of the charm of Undertale and Deltarune. But I feel like it wouldn't be in there if it wasn't like a little bit significant to what she is. Oh, now you can probably hear me fidgeting in high definition. But I almost said my brother's name because he snorted at me. So there is that. And there are only so many creatures that have manes. Lions, horses, hyenas, and I'm sure there are others I'm not thinking of at the moment. But she's... So my first guess was that since some of the characters in Undertale and Deltarune are mythical creatures, was that she could be one of those flesh-eating horses from Greek mythology. But a certain very adorable interaction with Noelle debunked that immediately. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you should go back to playing Deltarune. No, I'm kidding. So I'm so sorry. So there's this little bit where she's hanging out with Noelle, and they're on like this romantic carousel ride, and the carousel is kind of like public transport, not carousel, dang it, Ferris wheel, that's the one. The
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller. She and Noelle are watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So they're in the public transportation Ferris wheel. If I can get myself together. More professional audio? Not any more professional me. Anyway, yes, they are in the public transportation, some kind of ferret. What the frick?
Carrot wheel.
They're in the public transportation carnival ride, and it's kind of romantic and adorable. And so we learn that Susie apparently has a tail that she keeps from the world. Like, interesting. That's I don't really know what to make of that. The fact that she would hide the fact that she has a tail, because a lot of people have tails. So, but regardless, apparently that tail wags when she's happy. It's so cute. Maybe that's why she doesn't want people to see it. And you know, there are only so many animals that can wag their tails. Again, anthropomorphizing can kind of break down biology a little bit, but I think this is something that you really can't justify for any animal that's not able to do that, unless you are, never mind. But regardless, that's kind of associated with dogs. And I know hyenas are technically not dogs. They're somewhere between dogs and cats. And I mean, just considering Susie's personality even is kind of somewhere between a dog and a cat. Other things worth noting are her sort of wanting to be in charge. That's significant because hyenas have matriarchs. So they are they have a
matriarchal.
Thank you. Society. So she could just, I mean, obviously there are people who just want to be in charge, but that's, and then the most striking thing that just brings it home for me that she's a hyena, her laugh. Have you heard her laugh? If you have not heard take two. Turn the sound on if you have not heard her laugh. Or if you have, but you're like not sure, like look up a sound clip. I might even put one in the description, because you cannot tell me that it doesn't sound like a hyena. So if you're not convinced after I've wasted your time being unable to say Ferris wheel, I would like you to tell me what your thoughts are. Like, Blue, you're crazy. She's obviously a dinosaur, and Barney is her father because memes. And you know what? If you can justify it, go ahead. But I personally am pretty sold on her being a hyena, and it's going to be pretty hard to budge me on that. So let me know if you agree or don't agree, or if this has provided you some clarity, because you were like, I don't know what the frick she is. Regardless, thank you for watching. Can't wait for Deltarune to come back, am I right? And please have a nice day, and don't forget that I appreciate you.